Hey y'all, it's Johnny. Just wanted to get on here and thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for this beautiful outpouring of love. The response from y'all from hearing the new single "I Want It All" has been just so overwhelmingly sweet and beautiful. I feel like you really get me and understand me, and it's not a bunch of people saying, wow, cool track. It's people really letting me know that they get it and they feel it for themselves, and I don't know, it just makes it all worth it. There's so much more to come. I wanted to tell you a little bit about this track because it goes a lot deeper than maybe some people may understand on the first listen. You know, I've talked a lot about my childhood, but in a very general sense. And with this album, I wanted to get more specific. You know, I'm a firm believer that what happens to us in our childhood does affect who we are for the rest of our lives. And in my case, my childhood, literally from my first breath, was a pretty traumatic one, and very extreme from the very beginning. So, you know, I haven't really talked about this much, and it's really sensitive material for me, and it's kind of hard to talk about, but I do it because I know that there's a lot of other people out there who have dealt with something like this, and either don't have the language to talk about it, or the understanding, or they're afraid to talk about it because they feel shamed, or shame inside of them, or you know, there's a million reasons why you wouldn't talk about this, and I still wonder if I should be. But I think with this new album, it's important for me to... It's kind of a choice I made that I needed to talk about it. I know I'm not going to do it perfectly, and I know I'm going to fuck up, and I'm just deciding to be gentle about that and be okay with that. But, you know, when my mother was pregnant with me, she went to the hospital for a routine exam. It was not yet time for me to be born, and she experienced what is now referred to as a birth trauma, where a doctor broke her water without asking her, getting her consent, and really violated her and traumatized her, and she went into a lot of pain, and I was born premature. I wasn't able to breathe, and I was rushed away to an incubator, and from that moment on, my mother was sort of emotionally detached from me. I think I became a symbol of trauma and pain for her, and she was not able to love me. You know, and I was afraid she didn't love me. I felt that my whole childhood, and one day I just asked her, and she confirmed that it was true. You know, she wasn't able to love me, which was a very cruel thing to say to your child. And, you know, I consider that my sort of my AD-BC moment, where just kind of everything changed. It's one thing to have a hunch that you're not loved, it's another thing to know. And so I've always had this deep longing for intimacy, and I've always felt pushed away in a way, like I don't belong. And that stems directly from that experience. So a lot of my songs in the past, a song like Days, a song like Days sort of sounds like, you know, this like kind of generic, I don't need you, and, you know, it's kind of this breakup song kind of thing, but really that song was written for, it was a heartbreak song, and it was, when I was writing it, it was about my mother. Only now I would revise that. I really did need her. It's not that I never needed her. I really did need her. And so anyway, I wanted all this kind of, you know, over the pandemic, I took some psych courses, child psych courses up at a liberal arts college in upstate New York, and learned a lot about myself, and learned a lot about children in general, and parents, and the relationships between the two, and how giant those effects are. And a lot of what I learned inspired me to write a lot of the music for the new album. I Want It All is really kind of the fruits of finally understanding what happened to me as a kid, finding ways to view my biological mother with love and compassion, while also holding her accountable a bit. But it's kind of like using the knowledge I have to look back and realize that I didn't get what I needed, and then this kind of understanding that I was gonna build the life that I needed, even if that meant I became my own mother and mothered myself, mothered the child inside of me. And so I slowly built that mother part of me. I call her Mama Jonny, and she's with me right now. She's with me every second of every day. And having built her up to nurture me, it's very symbiotic. You know, there's the little boy in me who needs nurturing and love and care, and then there's the mother me who is doing that. So there's this thing happening all the time. Just love going in and out, in and out, in and out, and it's actually brought me happiness and joy and peace in my life. It's beautiful. It's I would say it's miraculous, but I don't like that kind of religious terminology. But anyway, thank you for loving the song, and for those of you who know exactly what I'm talking about, this one's for you, and there's more to come. Love you.